Hey, it's Tim, Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk. And last year for this channel, I had bought a 2022 Toyota Tundra, and I did a ton of videos on it. And people have been asking me some questions about have I sold it yet? Because I bought a Chevy Silverado 2023 model for this year because I always want newest truck to newest truck, new model year, new model year. So I bought that in December of last year, and people said, "Well, did you trade in the Tundra or did you sell the Tundra outright?" And so I've been getting a lot of questions, and I actually did sell it. And that'd be interesting to talk about what I sold it for, and what are the thoughts on the resale value. And I'm going to do a little comparison here because the prior year I had a 2021 Ford F-150. It was XLT with the Powerboost, and I had the full 7.2 kilowatt hookup in the back. I had cloth seats, and you can find a lot of videos on this channel on that truck as well. So I have those. I'd actually go watch my old video. I have those numbers too. So I have the numbers from the Powerboost. I have the numbers from the Tundra to share with you guys. And so let's go ahead and talk about this. But before I get too far, let's go ahead and make sure that if you didn't see the videos, all the hundreds of videos I shot last year, this is the 2022 Toyota Tundra Limited that I bought. It's got the TRD package, off-road package. I put a leveling kit on the front. It's got the heated steering wheel, heated seats. What else I do? Oh, and I put running boards on the side from rough country. And I didn't do a whole lot else with it. And so this was it was a nice, was it midnight blue or blue jean blue? Everybody's got a different name for the blue. It's a nice blue color, and I like a lot of blue. I wear a lot of blue. So that was the truck I had bought. I bought it in Houston at Fred Haas, which is a big dealership there in Houston. And this is at a off-road, it's at not off-road park, but it's at a park that's down the street from the dealership in Houston. And I drove it back. Remember, I drove it back to Nebraska, and we had the door issue, or we had the little issue with the door locks. They were like jamming quite a bit, and Toyota actually sent up like 5 engineers in my little town, took over the local Team Chevrolet, Team Toyota combo dealership, and they worked out the bugs. And the team dealership now knows me on a first name basis. I'll just say that. They were just like, "What the hell is going on?" So so we had a good experience. My wife drove it for a while. We did, like I said, did tons of videos on this. I'll show you some behind the scenes of the videos, and maybe on one video how much I make, because I think it's kind of interesting. And maybe I'll share that. What the hell? Be open and honest with you guys. The only issues I had with it, I had the seat crack, which I took care of that. We had 1 or 2 recalls. Infotainment system was still a mess to me, but they made a lot of improvements through my feedback and your feedback to make it better. So I'm really excited about that. So that makes the next Toyota Tundra, the 23 and 24, 25s, and other Toyota products better for all the consumers, which is what my goal is. You're an informed consumer. Plus, I hope my criticism helps make the truck better, so that way you get a better truck as well. And so the other thing I did that was the big problem I had with selling it was I had some scratches down the passenger side door. My wife hit a mailbox as she's backing up with it, and that left some pretty good deep scratches. And then I was driving an alleyway and a tree branch sticking out, and I caught the side of the tree branch, and that scraped the paint and actually scraped part of the rubber molding, the molding on the side of the tire wheel well. And so that was really a strange one. I did not expect that tree branch would do that, but it did. It wasn't a very big tree branch either. So I did, before the video I did with the Toyota Tundra Limited versus Toyota Tundra Capstone, I finally got a decent enough day here with the terrible weather we had, and I went ahead and fixed those scratches. So that's an issue privately. So privately, I listed this thing for 57. I started at 58, kind of went down, but I couldn't find anybody to buy it. I think the scratches put people off, which I can kind of get. It's a 1-year-old truck. You shouldn't have any scratches. And I had like 12,000 miles on it, so it wasn't that big of a miles. So that pushed people off. I actually boosted the post trying to get more people on Facebook Marketplace to see it, and that went not well. Nobody really had that. I had a handful of people reach out, and I talked to people on the phone about it, and nobody seemed like that was really that interested in it. So I went ahead and reached out to Carvana and Vroom and a local dealer in town. So let me set the scene here. I also have my F-150 Powerboost I bought for the channel in 2021. So I thought, let's talk about whether the Tundra has good resale value versus that Ford F-150 Powerboost. So let's see. So I bought the Tundra for $59,500, what the sticker said. My bill, I went to Toyota Financial, which is where I financed the whole thing, and my statement was $67,483. So that's with taxes and everything. Toyota put taxes, the dealership put taxes involved in the loan, which a lot of these companies are doing these days. You still pay registration fees at the DMV, but it's not like you're paying $8,000 every time you go in. And so after making, I think I made 13 payments because I bought it in December of 2021. which means you don't make a payment until January 22. That's how that works out. So I owed $57,000 is what I'm trying to get to here. So I bought it $59,500, had it for 11 months, paid, or 13 months, paid my taxes, owed $57,000. Now I did not renew the tags after the first year, so I was kind of illegal for a little period of time, but I put a for sale sign on it, and I was like, I'm not going to renew those tags because that's just dumb. So I reached out to Carvana. They offered me $42,000. Reached out to Vroom. They offered me $40,500. I think Give Me the VIN wanted to give me $47,000. And this thing, Blue Book value was about 56 to 58,000 was kind of the range as far as Blue Book. And so I put it privately for sale, 57, trying to get my money out of it, break even. I never could quite do that. It was up for sale for 2 months. Again, winter was terrible. Had the scratches. I get it. The dealer offered me $53,000, which I sat on. That offered me in January. I sat on that for a while, kind of see what I can get. And eventually in February, I did like I said, did a video with the Toyota Tundra Limited versus Capstone. My buddy who's retired said, let's go sell this. Dealer offered 53, need to sell it anyways. So I did. I coughed up $4,500 to sell it at that time. And I walked out the door with a $100 check. That's kind of what happened. So on the Powerboost, now that one I had bought, sticker was $57,000 for it. So $2,500 difference to the Tundra. That had the cloth seats. It had the Powerboost hybrid system. It had the 7.2 kilowatt in the bed. It was really nice riding truck. And the Blue Book on that one was $56,000 to $58,000 for private, and used was $52,000 to $54,000. Now I did reach out to, I had that truck for 8 months. I reached out to Carvana. Carvana offered me $47,000. Vroom offered me $40,000 or $50,500. So Carvana and Vroom were much higher, but Carvana and Vroom have had some problems. Economy, I maybe get that. Dealer offered me $53,500 for the Powerboost, and I don't know how I got to think back how I did it, but I basically either paid it down or I paid taxes separately, something like that, because I walked out the door with a $2,500 check when I sold the Ford. So that was much better than the Tundra. So basically, it's interesting. I bought the Tundra for $2,500 more than the Ford. And when I sold the Ford after 8 months, I got offered $500 more for it than I did the Tundra. Now, is that because of my area? I don't know. Is that because of the resale value of the truck? I don't know. It was weird. I was expecting, I've done a ton of videos on this, a ton of stories people have talked about. They've, send me things saying the best resale value for a truck, that kind of deal. And I've always thought the Tundra has always been better resale value, but I couldn't get it out of it. People, I don't know why I couldn't get the resale value. So it's kind of interesting there. Now I buy trucks like other YouTubers buy trucks for the same reason. Taxes, there's a change in the tax code a couple years ago. You can write off as much of a truck as you want in the first year. And so when I bought the Powerboost, I owed about $30,000 in taxes, which I didn't have $30,000 to put down. And so we were able to negotiate the taxes down to zero by buying the Powerboost. And I did the same with the Tundra. Taxes are still being done right now, so I'll manage that. And that'll probably go on my next year's taxes too, since I sold it in February. But that kind of trick, you tend to kick the ball down the road, kick that bill down the road a little bit. So every year my plan is to pay a little bit more and have less of a tax bill. Kind of works out, plan a little bit differently. But what I want to show you guys, the last thing I want to show you this is, I want to show you why, a lot of brands, a lot of people like myself buy these trucks. And I'm going to get to this right here, which is on the YouTube channel homepage. You can click on playlists, and this brings up all the 2022 limited models or videos I did. And so you can see, it was at one point 51 videos are in this, and most of they're all about the 21 Tundra. I did so many videos on this thing. It was crazy. And so, yeah, there's a ton of videos to look at, but I want to share with you guys, one of the reasons I buy these trucks is revenue, right? It's a business, but also I get the experience as a journalist now to be able to say I've owned this truck or I've owned that truck. And so it's really good journalism too. I really like that as well. But look at this video here. It says 642,000 views, which is just insane to me because I did it just a 100-mile drive. I want to see what it did. And that was my entire focus on this. And somehow I did a 100-mile drive, turned an 18-minute video. So whoops, sorry about that one. But if I open this and I go into analytics, I go behind the scenes. Behind the scenes, you can see the revenue on that video is $5,569. I gained 1,800 subscribers, and I'm still getting views to this day on that video. So that's a real reason why many outlets like myself buy new trucks, because it's not just about the tax write-offs are great, and using for business, and me learning as a journalist is great, and me becoming better informed, which is going to make you a better informed consumer, is great. There's also real benefits, tax benefits, revenue benefits, and now I have these videos that last forever. And then what's great about it is when I get my next truck beyond the Chevy Silverado I bought, I'll be able to say, hey, gee, well, how's it compared to the Tundra? I've owned that one. How's it compared to the Ford? I've owned that one. And whenever I get a new vehicle to review, like a Ford or a Chevy or a Toyota truck, I know a lot more about them now, and so it allows me to make better reviews. So there you go. That's it. That's all the details I have for you. A lot of people were asking questions whether I traded it in, whether I sold it, what happened to it. So I did sell it. I didn't do as well as I hoped I was going to do with it, but the videos did amazing. Tax write-offs did amazing. I didn't lose any money per se on this truck at all. I made a lot of money off of it. So that's been really good. And so now we're moving forward with Chevy Silverado, doing the same kind of video, same kind of idea. Just, yeah, again, sure, this is all about this is a business. I need to make revenue in this business, make money, but I do really enjoy doing comparisons and doing detailed stuff, and again, to make you a better informed consumer, because it really is about you, the viewer. That's how this thing works. Yeah, you click play, I give you details. So for more, check videos over here, website down below as well, pickuptrucktalk.com. As always, thanks for watching. I will see you down the road.